Today is a little fork and a little spoon. So, learning how to forgive yourself or continue to do it even if you screw it up. Everybody, it's Chef Katrina, and welcome to the Chef's Table. It is a beautiful Monday, and today I want to talk with you a little bit about what I discovered for myself inside of my training and doing lives during travel time, because I think this is really important. We tend to beat ourselves up a lot. I remember this vividly when I first got started online, of beating myself up for anytime I thought I failed at something, anytime I didn't show up for something, or anytime I didn't do something well enough. I had this mindset that I was failing everybody. And it happened more than once. And it was interesting as I was going through last week. And I mean, the mindset is there, the doubt is there. And there was a couple times when the chef's table didn't happen last week, right? It did not happen exactly 4 times last week. I showed up once during that entire time. And I thought to myself, I don't think I can do it again this week. I've already dropped off. I've already not done it. I've already not showed up for my people. I've already not shown up for myself. And I had to go through a reflection piece around that this is okay. I don't have to be perfect every single day. And I recognize that when you're a solo entrepreneur, because there's a difference around this a little bit, right? But being a solo entrepreneur, there's a lot that's on our plate. We are the one that's creating the content. We're the one that's posting the content. We're the one that is showing up. We're the one that's doing our own customer support. We're the one that's building out our team. We're doing a lot for ourselves. We are, attempting to create everything we want to do. And so being a solo entrepreneur, I think a lot of times we're harder on ourselves than we should be, in all honesty, because we demand perfection of ourselves. We demand that we show up every single day. We demand that we we do our best. And then when we screw up, it's really easy to fall back into not wanting to do this. It's real easy to fall back and say, well, I stopped doing it, so I'm just going to continue to not do it, right? It's easy to get into the self-doubt. It's easy to start having negative thoughts in your head fairly quickly for not doing something, for not showing up. I kind of beat myself up. I thought this morning, it's like, well, what's the point? Why should I show up? I didn't do it all last week, but then I thought to myself, no, this is where you have to learn to trust yourself to get back on the horse. See, even when we fall, getting back up and starting again is okay. It's the human factor of building a business. It's the human factor of being an entrepreneur. And one thing I've learned over time is that by showing up for me, I show up for everybody else. I don't know what I'm going to say today that's going to have an impact on you. I don't know what I'm going to say today that you're going to need to hear that's going to make a difference in how your day goes today. See, by not showing up, it's not okay. And it's human not to show up. It's human to screw up. So if you're catching this live, if you're watching this on a replay, just put #replay. If you're joining me, I would love to know from where in the world you're joining me, because I know that people come from all over, right? We're coming from all over the place. We're jumping online. We're watching our things. We're probably scrolling through the scroll, and you're like, hey, chef, why do you have a fork, right? Because today it's feed yourself, right? Today it's not just about feeding your family and your business partners and your everything else. Today we're feeding our internal thoughts. Like, if you have self-doubt, do it anyway. If you get that uncomfortable feeling in your gut, doing it anyway, right? You're literally, when you do things that you're uncomfortable with, you're also building the spoon. You're layering the pieces of your business that are going to become the critical parts of your business. So showing up, even if you stop showing up, getting back up and showing up again, it's probably the hardest thing to do in reality. And here's my story for you guys around this one. I'll just share with you, I've been doing this for 7 years. And when I first got started 7 years ago, I was on, I think, alive every single day. I was either on YouTube, I was posting to my blog. I was really heavily into doing a lot of my own content creation. I was well on my way up in the world. And then what happened was I got involved with a company and I became their community manager, and I started helping them build their business. And by helping them build their business, I stopped focusing in on building my business. So when I left that company, when I um left them, and I thought to myself, who am I to get back into creating content? Who am I to show up, as I was before, or actually struggled really to show up as I was before, because I was like, I don't have any trust. I don't have any tribe. I've been doing something completely different, so much doubt, so much self-doubt around, can I do what I did before? And do I want to do it? That was the other piece. Do I want to do it? Do I want to put in the effort and the work that I put in before that got me where I am now? Because there's a piece of me that's been there, done that. And getting over that, setting that aside, trusting myself that this is a new path and that there is the work to be done. Because it is exhausting to put in the work in the very beginning. When you build something and then it crumbles underneath of you, you kind of go, geez, can I do that again? Can I put in that much time and effort to have it just crumble again? And that's the question. That's the piece. That's the overcoming where you're at to step into where you need to be. And I think we all butt up against it as entrepreneurs at some point. We've all had really high highs, and then we get those really low lows, because we start there and we go, man, I was so up here. I was doing great. And, maybe we didn't take care of our money. Maybe we didn't work everything through. Maybe we were just, just going everywhere. And, this is the hardest piece, I think, when you start looking at an opportunity that's in front of you, an opportunity to grow bigger and better than yourself, an opportunity that pushes you further than you've probably ever grown as a leader. I've been stretched over this last year in my leadership, in my entrepreneurship, and who I'm becoming. And it really, I have to give mass praise and thanks to a project that has kept me on track, that won't allow for me to deviate from being a leader. And I've never had that kind of accountability for so long, right? And I'm talking not just for myself, but for my business. I've never, in all my years of being online, the 14 years that I've been studying it, this is the first year where I've been accountable as a leader. I've been accountable in building my business, that by not showing up, I'm actually hurting those that are following me, that I'm actually not contributing. I can't even describe it. I don't even know if I have the right words right now yet to describe this feeling, because there's been 90-day challenges that I have been committing to build my business. I'm learning how to do a power list. I'm learning how to tear down my to-do list into a power list. I'm learning how to be accountable for myself and for my team. I'm learning a skill set that really has me push everything I know and get out of my own way. So it's been a roller coaster, right? It's been a journey, and it's knowing that this is not just the me that this happens to everyone, right? There are moments when we're not accountable to ourselves. There are moments when we feel like we can't go on, we can't do this. And I will say that having this tribe, having a group of individuals say, no, show up, like, I missed you today, where were you? While there might be a sense of guilt, or like, oh my gosh, I've let people down, there's also the sense of pride, and that people are looking up and want the next step, right? They want the next level. So this is not an easy journey. And most of the time, I will tell you, feeling like a leader, and most likely feels like you're tripping over your own 2 feet and you're not successfully building. Leadership is not easy. Leadership doesn't feel like being a leader. Sometimes it feels like it's an upward mental battle that you're having with yourself. There are many times when I've thought to myself, man, who am I to be doing this? I'm just a normal Joe Blow from, down, from California. I grew up in a family of 6. I mean, middle class all the way. Who am I to strive for that next level. And leadership shows up a lot of times when you show up. And that's what I'm discovering. I'm discovering that this has definitely been a tremendous journey this year. And for all of you that are watching, I've got Will and Susie and Debbie, this is our journey. And getting people around you, because a lot of times it feels like a solo entrepreneur. A lot of the times it feels like we're the only ones doing everything. And when you are a solo entrepreneur, whether you're in network marketing, building your own business, whatever it is, you actually need people ahead of you on this leadership journey that continue to see you as a greater leader and continue to pull for you and that vision. I always said when I closed my restaurant almost 8 years ago, when I had a restaurant for 9 glorious months, and at the end of that, I said, if I had known or been around a tribe of entrepreneurs that could have seen the mistakes I was about to make and been there to kind of guide me and just say, hey, you might want to look at this or you might want to look at that. Not necessarily give me the answer, but be able to help me see where I might have a couple of pitfalls. I know for a fact that if I had that in my journey, things would have turned out very differently. I might still be a restaurant owner today, but it was because of this community of entrepreneurs that come from all vast walks of life. That challenged me to be the leader I know I am, that has truly set the tone for where I'm going. And I know that the end of this year and into 2021, that business is going to be and look vastly different than it does today. And I'm blessed to be around a project and a group and be part of a challenge that forces me to grow every single time I go through this challenge. And, there is there is a challenge that's coming up next week, right? I call this the Freedom Challenge. It's an opportunity for you to grab your freedom, to say to yourself, you know what, I'm tired of doing this alone. I want to build a laptop lifestyle. I want to be around entrepreneurs that see the world in a different point of view. I want to grow as an individual. I want to be accountable for my actions. I want to step into what this is. And so I invite you. We kick off next week. It's 5 days. It's Monday through Friday. It's 1 hour for you to say, you know what would it be like to be part of a community of entrepreneurs that grows you, that supports you, that loves on you and pours into you to empower you to become a better entrepreneur. And that's where I share with you today. So down below is a little scrolling along right at the bottom, but join me in this challenge. Join me in what it is to become a freedom maker, somebody that not only creates freedom for themselves and their family, but allows yourself to create freedom for others. And this 5-day challenge is unlike anything you'll experience. It's literally a journey. It's not just to sell something. It's not just to tell you, what's the world going to look like. This is actually being on an entrepreneurial journey and what it looks like to get supported along this journey. You've never, I promise you, seen a challenge where you're so poured into, that you're so lifted up and you're so honored by being an entrepreneur. And if you're somebody that's been building a business or just getting started or looking for a way to step into your greatness, that needs support around your leadership, would like to be introduced to a wider audience of entrepreneurs, then this is your time. This is your time right now. October is right around the corner. We're stepping into the last quarter of the year. Do you want the accountability between now and the end of this year going into next year to build and grow and your business in a way you've probably never been supported before? So if you want to create a laptop lifestyle, if you're somebody that says, you know what, this is what we need, right? This is what the world is looking for, is you and for you to show up. So join me in this challenge. I know many of you that are watching have already gone through this challenge with me. See, this is your time. This is your place, and this is your now. learn the journey, join me on this journey, and let's have a blast. I'd love to see you inside this freedom challenge. Let's say yep to our freedom. Let's say yes to what's possible for the end of this year. Let's make 2020, damn it, our year. Let's finish strong. So for all my entrepreneur friends out there, for everyone that's starting a business, looking for a business, that's ready to take on another side hustle, that says, I'm no longer happy that I have a job. I know I now need something else in my life. Join me for a freedom challenge. Let's set yourself free from where you're at and allow for you to build a future of where you want to go. With that, everybody, thanks for joining me here at the Chef's Table. I hope you're having an amazing day. This is the start of an incredible week, and I look forward to seeing you inside this challenge. Let me know as soon as you join so that I can greet you and say hello and welcome to you to the journey of an entrepreneur. With that, everybody, I hope you're having a great day, and we'll talk very soon.